Hey guys, this is J-Man here, and this is 5 things that piss me right off. All right, I think I'm gonna do a few more of these because as I was coming up with things that piss me off, I came up with a lot of ideas. So this might be several videos in the making here. The first thing that, and this is in no particular order. This isn't in order of like what really pisses me off. It's just, these are just 5 things. The first thing concerns superheroes and superhero movies. You guys know that I'm a big time superhero guy. Obviously, you can see my backgrounds. This is one of the things that people are saying now, which is the superhero fatigue. I'm not majorly pissed off about it, but it's just getting a bit tiresome. Oh, it's superhero fatigue. Oh, people don't want this anymore. Well, the fans of comic books have been reading comic books for decades. I've been reading comic books for like 30 years or more. I don't have any fatigue. I'm going every damn day. I'm going tomorrow to get my DC books. Wednesday's the Marvel books, which I don't buy any Marvel books, so it's really easy. I pick up everything on Tuesday. I go every week to the comic shop and buy comics and get superhero stuff. I have zero fatigue. They can make 4,000. I want Captain America Part 15. I want Spider-Man Part 37 and he's fighting Puma or something. I've got zero fatigue. The fatigue is garbage movies. That's what the fatigue is. Notice how Mission Impossible, where's the Mission Impossible fatigue? Or even just Tom Cruise fatigue. Oh, we're tired of this Tom Cruise character. When's this Tom Cruise guy gonna retire his ass? So like, get him out of here. He's done with it. We're done with Tom Cruise. Where's the Tom Cruise fatigue? Maverick comes out, everyone loves it. You know why? Because it was an awesome movie. It's like, oh, where's the Mission Impossible fatigue? Where's the Fast and the Furious fatigue? There's 10 of these. Even I did get fatigued a bit on that one, but I'm gonna still see them. Like, people still go to watch them, right? Like, and there's 10 Fast and Furious, and then they do a spin-off or 2 here and there. Where's the fatigue on that? Now, maybe this is the last one. I don't know. Maybe they're not making that much money. I don't know. Where's the Transformers fatigue? All these goddamn Transformers. Transformers 5 was one of the worst films of all time. It's a bloated, disastrous, garbage shit mess. And it didn't make that much money. Well, it didn't make a lot. It still made like 400 million or something. And they course corrected with Bumblebee, which again did not make as much, but now looks like this Transformers thing is back. But they're still making hundreds of millions of dollars. These aren't like super flops or whatever. The fatigue is garbage movies. And I'm not even talking about if the movie makes back, because some idiot on Facebook was like, well, these movies made some money. I'm talking about public opinion, okay? Where people are clamoring to see it. It's like, okay, they're doing Deadpool 3. Wolverine has his costume, the yellow and blue, the one they made fun of in the first X-Men movie, which I thought was poo. They're like, what do you want, yellow spandex? Yeah, that's what I want. Wolverine is a top 10 Marvel guy for me. And where's the goddamn costume? Like, where is that? That should be another thing that pisses me off. No costumes. I'm going to put that on another list. So yeah, we need good stories. That we're fatigued because these movies suck. Okay, that's the fatigue that we're feeling. And all the Marvel shows suck, and all the Star Wars shows suck, and the Star Wars movies all suck. It's like, well, maybe it's Star Wars fatigue. There wasn't Star Wars fatigue when I was growing up. Every stupid novel that came out, any comic book that came out, any Nintendo, Super Nintendo, arcade game, any Star Wars thing came out, the fans ate it up. It's like, oh, Boba Fett, more. More Boba Fett books, more. Luke Skywalker, more. Thrawn, more. Like, this is all people ate up. There's no fatigue. The fatigue is when it's garbage. That's what the fatigue is. The fatigue of garbage. Okay. Number two is it happened in comic books. Now this one is in response to all these dumbasses who always want to argue with me on stuff. It's like, well, this happened in the comics, and 99 out of 100 of those people haven't read any comics. They saw on Wikipedia or some other post, and they said, oh, somebody posted a panel of a comic, and a thing say, look, it's from the comics. They usually do that to back up their garbage arguments, and their garbage arguments are usually like, well, if you don't like this, well, it happened in the comic books, Okay, there's like 10,000 Superman comics. Action Comics is up to 10,000 or 1,000 something. Plus there's Superman, plus there's Superboy, plus there's Man of Tomorrow, Man of Steel, Adventures of Superman, right? There's Elseworld Supermans, right? There's probably there's easily over 5,000 Superman comics, or something that he's appeared in, Justice League, whatever. So It Happened in Comics, what does that mean? Like, okay, it happened in comics. Well, in comic books, Superman had long hair, had a mullet. Do you want that in a movie? Because then I'll say what happened in the comics. There are literally issues of Batman in the cheese days where he literally had a different costume. He had like a zebra outfit. He had like an orange one. Remember there's that rainbow Batman where he was orange one time and purple and whatever. But do you want to see that in the movie? I'm pretty sure you don't want to see that in the movie because Batman and Robin was a sort of Adam West modern interpretation, very colorful, very wacky and kooky, and nobody likes that movie. So apparently they didn't want, and I could easily say all this crap is from comics, right? So I don't understand. Oh, it's in the comics. It's like, okay, so, but do you want that in a movie? Superman was electric blue. I actually like the electric blue Superman. Got some stuff up there. Or it was in the comics for a while, actually. So do you want the movie based on that? I kind of wouldn't mind that, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I think it'd be kind of interesting. But it happened in comics, so it's okay. Listen, don't use your garbage opinion and back it up, or don't back up your garbage opinion with your It Happened in Comics, okay? Firstly, you didn't read it, okay? If I say what issue is that, and show me a picture of you holding the comic. Cheese, here's the comic. No, nobody has that comic, so it's a lie, okay? When we make these movies, we're going by what the general representation of that character is. Which brings me to my next one, number 3. The director's vision. This you hear all the time. But it's the director's vision. But this director is doing his vision of it. Well, I'm pretty sure that I didn't grow up wanting to see the Zack Snyder Superman. I'm pretty sure I just wanted the normal Superman. Now, I did say Superman has had several different comics, several different interpretations. I like the pre-crisis Superman. However, post-crisis Superman has some cool stuff. I like the John Byrne series. Some of my friends don't like it at all. They said a big syringe came and just sucked all the coolness out of Superman, and that's what John Byrne gave us. And that is true in some respects, but we knew all this stuff was going to come back eventually, and it eventually did. Comics always go through this cycle. But then we get into the movies, and it's like, oh, this is the director's vision. Okay, so you're saying that the guy making this movie, the director, should have a vision, and this is his vision coming to life. Okay. What about the creator's vision? Does that matter? Should we resurrect Jack Kirby and be like, Mr. Kirby, what did you think of that horrendously god-awful piece of trash Eternals movie? Was that your vision? Oh, no, that was their vision. Well, what about Jack Kirby's vision? Who created this? Did he want his losery, wimpy, garbage characters that we had in this movie? Icarus bowing down and being an idiot and being a villain or whatever? Is that the vision? The director's vision. The director's vision of what? I want the vision of the guy who created the thing. The best interpretations is where they go as close to the creator as possible. If you look at 300, which was a Zack Snyder movie that was actually awesome. Some people don't like that movie, but no one's walking around saying that ain't the comics. It pretty much looks like the comics. In fact, they added stuff with the Queen. They expanded it a bit. Now that is okay. So Frank Miller and even Sin City. Now I didn't read Sin City, the comic, so I don't know how close it is, but it feels like it's close. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please tell me. I don't want to walk around saying it's close if it's not. Yeah. So I don't understand. What about the creator vision? Doesn't that matter at all? Oh, it matters sometimes, right? Unless the director doesn't feel like doing the proper thing. Yeah, I don't want to research Star Trek. Oh God, Star Trek, we got to do a new movie of Star Trek, but now I got to read Captain Kirk's background, and I can't watch the old Star Trek show. I'm just going to make my own vision and call it my vision. And then everyone's going to defend it and be like, well, it's his vision. It's the director's vision. Well, he shat on the original vision, didn't he? Well, okay. I want you out there to create something, have it be massively popular for 50 years, and then I'll come in 50 years. I'll still be alive because I won't die. I'll come back in 50 years and take your vision, take a big dump all over it and say, well, it's my vision, right? After you're dead, I'll come back and take it and say it's my vision, right? Well, I think Tarzan should wear like polar gear and fight in the Arctic because that's my vision. Like, what are you talking about? It's just like random crap. So yeah, okay. Now you may notice, take a quick break here. You may notice that this video is out. It's going to be on YouTube. I'm not putting this on the. I'm not putting this behind the Patreon thing. If you do want to come on Patreon, I'm jman77, so patreon.com/jman77. That's where you'll get my movie reviews and my comic book reviews using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. I break everything down into those categories and give you a score. So I explain how I get to a score. I don't just say it's good or bad and then just leave it at that. I actually explain how I got to that score, and you can agree or disagree. If you agree with me, great. If you don't agree with me, that's fine, but I'm giving you my personal reason as to how I got a number out of 10. If I say a comic is 8 out of 10, I don't just say, hey guys, I enjoyed it, it's 8 out of 10, bye. I break it down, and you might not agree with me, but that's how we do our rating systems. So these things I hate videos, I'm gonna keep those as open to the general public because, you know, it's nothing special. It's just my opinion. It's not anything critical. Okay. Next thing that pisses me off, number 4. The you don't understand. This is usually said by a bunch of idiots who think we're stupid. They're like, yeah, but you don't understand. In this movie, this was the theme. You know, this was the theme of the movie, and you didn't understand the metaphor and all that. No. I understood it. I just didn't like it, or it sucks. So Matt Reeves' Batman, which also fits into the director's vision. This is Matt Reeves' Batman. Okay, well, can I just get like a regular Batman, like fighting bad guys and like solving a case? Not this 3-hour boring drama where it's the Riddler. Who's the killer? Oh, it's the Riddler. And this brings me to the Riddler had this plan to unlock the secrets of Gotham City, and then Bruce Wayne learned a valuable lesson at the end. It's like, yeah, I understood what happened in the Batman. I don't know why that lesson needed to be 3 hours long and boring as hell, but I understood it. No, you don't understand. It's like they're saying that you don't understand because I don't agree with them. No, I understand you. I do not agree with your assessment. I understand what happened in the movie. I watched it with these eyes, just like you watched it, but it sucks. It's like, now I'm telling you why. Okay. No, but you didn't understand. This is just rinse, repeat. It's like, I took film courses. I got my degree, my degree right there. It's like, I've taken film courses. I've written scripts. I've written books. You can get them on Amazon. Link is in the description below. I didn't just walk in here out of nowhere and start to shoot my mouth off. It's like, I understand what happens in movies. Oftentimes, I'm the person who explains what happens to even movies that I don't like. I end up explaining the movie to other people. That's usually the guy I am. So I understood what happened. I just didn't like it. Okay. And the very last thing, in this video at least, for things that really piss me off, is it gets better. That one is used all the time to justify someone's like of a garbage show. My go-to example right now is sort of like, let's say, Stranger Things. I saw season 1 and I thought it was very good. And I thought that was a great little homage to sort of the creature features I loved, the 80s, all that kind of stuff. D&D, I play D&D every week or two, now every 2 weeks. I've been playing D&D since Redbox, so I'm not just like a guy, someone came in out of nowhere. It's like, I like D&D. I've been listening to metal music for a long time, so yes, all that stuff. It really spoke to me. Love horror movies, Ghostbusters thing, all that stuff. And then season 2 started. I was like, this is boring. And I just stopped watching it. And then someone said, no, but the season 3 is so good. But the season 3 is good. Okay, but isn't there like 10 episodes of season 2 I got to go through? Well, yeah. Once you get through those, it'll get better. But that's like 10 hours. So I'm going to watch 10 hours of boredom to get to an hour of something great. How great is that 11th hour really going to be? Now, a better example is with the movies, where they do a part 1 and they do all this crap to set up for part 2. Listen, you got to make part 1 good. You can't say like, well, part 1 wasn't that good. It'll get better. Okay. part two. So I got to watch like 2 or 3 garbage movies for the next one to be good. Well, why don't you make the good one first, and then I don't have to watch all these other shitty movies? It's like RoboCop, Indiana Jones, Alien, Terminator, Escape from New York, Mad Max, Lethal Weapon, Evil Dead, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. I wrote a couple down here on my notes. There's so many movies where part 1 was bloody awesome. And then part 2 was maybe as good or maybe not as good or whatever. Generally, sequels aren't as good, but some of them are as good or even better. You know, Godfather, people like part 2 more. But like Superman 1, that was a 10 out of 10 movie. I didn't need to wait around for it to get better. Or the first 2 aren't that good, but it gets better. Well, why isn't it better now? Like, do it better now. So mostly this is a TV show thing. Now, TV shows do get better in the mind of the viewer because they're getting more attached to the characters, and as it progresses, it seems to get better. But it needs to be banging right. It needs to be a banger right off the bat. Like, I watched episode 1 of The Punisher, and then I watched episode 2. I was like, this is boring. Then I watched episode 3. I'm like, this is even more boring than episode 2. Then guess what happened? I stopped watching because I'm done. And someone's like, well, but it gets better in the middle or it gets better towards the end. Well, then just eliminate those episodes and make it better right away. So obviously the pacing's off because why do you need these extra episodes that suck? It's like, who wants to watch an hour of suckiness? I've got like 3,000 plus movies. I got movies coming in every day. I've got Evil Dead Rise just came in on 4K. I'm getting Scream 6 on 4K, which I didn't get to see that one in the theater. What else did I just get? The Cronenberg movie. There's movies I need to watch that I want to see. I'm not going to spend hours watching something that sucks for, later on it'll get better. No. You need to make it good from the beginning. And this argument is used for people who just want to give it a pass. Well, it gets better and No. I was bored. And then they say, well, yeah, okay, it was a bit boring, but then it got better. No, it needs to be good right away. I have lots of stuff to do. As you guys know, I'm reading a ton of comics and buying a lot of shit and watching a lot of movies. I don't have time for something to be boring. I don't have time to sit through, just sit through The Witcher season 3 or something, or I don't even know what season we're on. It's not that good, but it'll get better. Huh? What? Why? It's like, Stranger Things. Yeah, season 2's not that good. Okay, then I'm not watching it. Well, you gotta watch season 3 though. Yeah, but do I need to watch season 2 to watch season 3? Yeah. Then I'm not watching season 3 because I'm not going through 10 hours of boring to get to season 3. So that's the 5 things that piss me off. I'm going to do, even while I'm filming this right now, I thought of a bunch of things that piss me off about Superman's criticizers. So maybe I'll do that one next. So things that piss me off about people's opinions on Superman. That might be a fun one. I'm going to see if I can come up with 5 good ones. But that is it, guys. Let me know. Do you agree with any of these things that piss me off? I'm sure I'm going to hear if you disagree. That's for sure. If I can count on one thing from the YouTube audience, and I'm very grateful for this, is that when someone disagrees with me or thinks I'm an idiot, they will 100% post it in the comments. And I will usually respond with gibberish or with complete agreeableness, or I'll say they're an idiot. So I know for sure I don't have to tell the haters, or not the haters, the disagreeers. I know I don't have to tell the disagreeers to comment because they will definitely comment, and I appreciate that. But for the people that do agree, let me know. It's always good to hear something positive. But that's okay. If everyone disagrees with me on all these points, perfect. I love it. Send it to me. Again, if you want my movie reviews and my comic book reviews, I'm on Patreon. I already said it all. It's in the links in the comments. We're doing streams Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Mondays is the Legion of Superheroes stream. We are going through every single appearance of the Legion of Superheroes, 3 Mondays out of the month. So make sure you're there if you like Legion of Superheroes and you like those old comics. They're great, the adventure comics, Superboy, Superman, Supergirl, all that stuff. Check those out. Wednesdays is WWE Wrestling Talk. We cover the women's division. We're talking a lot about stuff. It's all up to date. So this Wednesday we'll talk about NXT and SmackDown and Raw. Fridays are free for all. Sometimes we do movie reviews. We do an anniversary of a movie. We do versus. We'll take 2 movies and put them against each other, see which one wins, see which one's better. We'll do classic comic book reviews. We've done Indiana Jones comic reviews. We've done Transformers comics. We're still going to do Transformers stuff. This Friday, depending on when you're watching the video, this Friday we're doing a Batman 66 television series ranking. We're going to rank our favorite heroes and villains and episodes and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you're there for that. All right, guys, thank you so much. Until next time.